So I heard there was going to be some Rift-bound gaming in Dallas, so I bought a ticket and flew out. I recorded along the way and hope you might enjoy my journey with me. Good morning. It is Sunday. No. Goodness, I'm still waking up. What day is today? Friday? Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday at 7 a.m. And it's time to get to the airport. It's going to be 7 hours of travel to get from here to DFW. It'll be pretty quick for you, but I'm here for a good time. Let's pour some coffee and get on the road. It's more than one place, so I'll let the locals give your best argument in the comments for why this is more than one city. But we've made it. It's crisp, toasty 93 degrees here, and I'm meeting up with a good friend, Chase. We're heading to some LGSs for some games, some prep, some scrims. And one of the objectives I have this weekend is to eat healthy. I participated in a skirmish last weekend, and I think I lost in the finals because of how poorly I ate that day, which was a bit unfortunate, because if you have something that's terrible on your blood sugar, or as you just have really, really bad food, I think that I get greatly impacted by that. It's a lot harder to think. So I'm going to be a little bit more intentional about what I eat during this trip. And yeah, let's go have some fun. I spy a Chase. I found my friend. What's up, man? You ready for some games? Yeah. We made it to the game store. Man, my wife is gonna hate me when she watches all of this. Because I'm filming so poorly.
Is there what?
Filming so poorly. Hello. Feels so much better in here than out there. Oh, hi, Ian. Some Riftbound happening in this corner? How's it going? Good to see you. All right, went for Chipotle, which was fine. A little sleepy, but we have scrims to play. And apparently there's some good guys coming later, but we have some casual fun for now. And we have to finalize what we're going to put in the deck. It's still not solid. I'm considering a couple things that might make our matchup a little bit better into Master E, but we'll see. So I'm going to jam some games and see where we go from there.
Right now, so it's just I got a 1 piece deck in a dream, just trying to spike a top 8 and pay for my entire year's expenses.
So in general, I think I overreacted to my experience at Hertford. I think genuinely, I just got a bit unlucky. So a lot of the changes that I made, I've reverted back, and I think we're going to be okay. Testing has gone pretty well so far. I've had significant success in everything I played into. There's not a Yi to test into yet, so I'm hoping that some of the guys that are coming are going to bring it. And I've been testing into Yi a lot over the past couple of days, and it is the matchup that it is. We have ability to beat the deck, but it is genuinely predicated on how well we draw. So That's the main reason that the third forecaster is coming to the deck, just to make it more consistent, to find forerunners more often. Because if I play more forerunners, I win more games. I think I've only ever maybe lost a single game where my opponent Guy drew more rune runners than I drew forerunners. So I think that's going to be really instrumental in my run over this weekend, and we'll see where things go from there. I'm not a believer in Rand anymore. I don't think it's worth a slot in the deck, so that's going. I'm still kind of indecisive on battlefields, but I think we might just go back for comfort. I'm back and forth between Candlelit and Forbidden Ways. I don't know, it's so hard. I think Candlelight's probably better. I'm anticipating more Aurora than I probably should be as a counter to Master Yi. Master Yi is probably going to be less popular than I think. I would be surprised if Ari wasn't the most popular deck around, and I think that my deck is really good against Ari.
I will say,
the prize pool medals are making it hard to predict what the room is going to look like. Much different than CCS for sure. For the most recent CCS, I don't know if the future CCS are going to be showdowns or not. Having a good time, and I think we're about to get back to it. So I'll see you guys later. Good morning and happy Independence Day. I'm excited for the main event today. It's going to be a good time. We're going to play some Riftbound, meet some cool people. There's apparently these bounty players that we can win some packs off if we play against. Maybe I'll be one of those in the future. We'll see. I'm excited for today because we're going to play some Riftbound against some really good players. There's some cool people to hang out with, and this is the first showdown ever, and I get to participate in it. The thing I'm the most curious about is the ratio of decks in the field, because it's so different from a RQ and a cash event. It's it has to be somewhere in between. I think there's going to be a disproportionate number of Aris though, because of the best of pricing for it. I think Draven might have a little bit of a greater showing this weekend, specifically because of the matchup into Master Yi. Probably going to be too many Auroras. We'll see. Well, I'm hoping not that one, because I'm thinking I've decided no Gear Hate in the main, because it's great. It's goated into some matchups and completely useless into others. Rocket Barrage should be a consideration, but yeah. Let's go get some coffee.
TX is right there. Can I get a medium blondie with an extra shot?
Welcome to Riftbound, I suppose. Vlogging will get easier someday, maybe. We'll see. I'm probably going to be saying that for a very long time. We have coffee. We have what we need. We just need to submit the deck list and get to playing. Let's go play some games. So after round one, we are 1-0. I paired against a Vex. They repaired the board, and I swapped into Aurelia. And I was like, man, that's kind of unlucky. But I 2-0'd him. That's pretty nice. Very nice guy. Had a really fun game. Game one, I drew really well. He really bricked with how many buffs he drew. And then game two, it was super close. He had Stella that I wasn't able to kill because of not so fast on Falling Star. And then he drew Boots, was able to ready, and then he moved Stella so much. He probably had 20 cards in his hand at the end of the game, but he just kept de-ramping so much that I had 8 or 9 runes, and he had 2 at the final couple turns. And he was just go to 4, go to 5 runes, and just kept de-ramping and just couldn't close out the game. Chakram Dancer overperformed in that match, and I'm very excited to go to round 2. We've played 2 games, and we have 2 wins. How's your games going, man?
We are currently out.
Oh my goodness! And you're on Ari, yeah?
I am on Ari. I got a special card. It's hidden. It's me, and I lose the game either way.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
It's give or take. But how are your games going so far?
I am. Let's move this over so we can see us both. I am 2-0. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't dropped the game yet. I went from 2-0 in Aurelia to 2-0 in Ivern.
Hey, that's pretty good so far.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, no comment. I just got quadrupled Moonfall.
Quadruple Moonfall.
Quadruple Moonfall after Quay with 2 frigid jewels on him?
Yep. Yeah, honestly, I can't imagine Diana is a good matchup for you in general.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the first game went as expected. Well, so he chose low roll. We rolled with a D20. I rolled a 16 and was horrified. He rolled a 17, and we just started laughing. The guys next to us started laughing. It was absolutely hilarious. Afterwards, I start go first, 2-drop, push into double or into 2-drop hopeful, which is just an incredible development term for us. It's one of my favorite things to do is put hopeful on turn 2 with another 2-drop, maximize might on the field. I can consider playing hopeful to the battlefield if I want to, depending on if I consider. It really depends on what they play and my macro plan for the entire match, for the entire game rather. The points went up pretty high. I think I won that game 8-3. Game 2, he went first. He pushed Poro onto the field, then I hex decorated. It was a pretty straightforward, like to drop into hex decorate, take tempo back, act like I'm going first with an extra rune, and then just it was not like the matchup is not particularly difficult for us because we can break his field. It's very difficult for them to break ours. I think he'll have a difficult time in this room. The deck is just missing a lot of support it needs for the archetype that it runs, but I'm having a good time, and we'll catch up with you after the next one. All right, we don't have too much time as it's about to start the 4th round. We just took our first loss. I paired into a LeBlanc, which is normally like a fine, it's a skill matchup, but unfortunately my turn 2 hand had 3 Ferrous Foreigners in it, which just kind of griefs the entire game. And then game 3 on Hillock, we were both in top deck, and he just happened to top deck better than me. I just couldn't top deck the things that I needed. At the end, my final turn, the out that I had, I think, was Watcher or Warp. Probably just Warp based on the game state. And Watcher was 2 cards below my top deck. So we were two from her out, and, you know, happens. We're playing, having fun. We're still gonna go as hard as we can, try to take things home. And at worst, we'll have a lot of fun during the event. I'll catch you all later. After 4 rounds of play, we are 2-2. Went from an unlucky game 3, no, ugly game 1 LeBlanc, into a unlucky game 3 Master Yi. I almost came back and 2-0'd him, and then wasn't able to take point parity back, which was super unfortunate. He just had punch first every time I tried to break into his other battlefield, even after warping, and like it was 1-4. I used warp to like make it even again. He managed to conquer over 1 field, have point tempo on me, and then after he was even, and then he conquered 1 over. I held to make it even. I just couldn't get it back. Brain is a little fried. Hopefully that won't impact our match too much in the coming matches. There is another 5 rounds to have. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we're out of it, but it is a difficult climb ahead of us. Thank you for continuing to watch this far and support the channel. Hey there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am now 3-3 after 6 rounds of games. We had a good attitude, and then we won our 6th match. Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna play it out. We're gonna have a good time. Like, I came here with the hope of doing well, winning the event, top cutting, getting the best medal, like the best of in this event medal. Oh my gosh, the sun just came out. Oh my gosh, Texas, why are you assaulting me with the sun right now? I don't know if X3 is possible to cut into the top 32 or not. I haven't even thought about that, because I know like I'm totally out of top 16 contention. We're out of top 32 contention, which I know is a buyout, or like a payout of like $100 to get your like entry fee back. It is so toasty right now. I'm starting to perspire. I'm having a good time, and I hope that you have some level of entertainment from this. I'm hoping to be some element of entertainment and education at the same time. We'll figure out like where along the line we'll live. And I don't know, maybe I'll try to become a caster at some point. That sounds like a ton of fun. I'm very extroverted, and I think I got a decent voice for casting. My thoughts, I don't know. So we're going to Barcelona, Singapore, isn't that crazy? And I'm going to LA. And if if we just have like back to back to back, like not very great experiences, and don't get our second invite, instead of participating in the European RQ, not the RQ, the RC, the European RC, and instead of participating, I'd be totally down to cast it. I don't know who, if anybody is watching this video that has any influence over that, but I totally cast it. I think casting is a ton of fun. And now I'm spilling water all over myself. If you have enjoyed so far, because my wife is the editor of the video and she would greatly appreciate it. Let's get back to the action. So we conclude the day. I don't think I filmed after the round before the last round. I matched into a victor when I was 3-3, and that went well. That was a good time. The first time, I think, either ever or in a while that I played a double arenas greatest game, he sent it going second. That was not particularly expected. It was really good for me because I was going first on double arenas greatest, and I appreciate the practice and the victor. It was a good time for me. I had a good time. My brain is fried, if you couldn't tell. If that was not obvious, thinking is on the decline. But after we beat Victor 2-1, very close match. Good player. Had really fun calculations to do. He accidentally set 4 units on a void gate, in which I double bellows and smokescreen to clear, and then I accelerated Kai'Sa and left it in base. Why, you might ask? I have no idea. Then I pair into Aurelia, who was very good at the game, longtime Magic player, and game 3, I had a very bricky hand when he had a Vex on the battlefield and boots, and I didn't have the clear for the boots. So that was a game. I hear we're getting chicken tendies, and I'm fried. So having fried food when you're already fried can't be that bad, right? I can't think anymore. So let's go get some chicken tendies. I haven't had this literally since I lived in California. Dude, I love it now. It's time to get to the venue. Well, no, hold on. No, coffee. It's always coffee first. Coffee, then get to the venue, think about the deck list, and then it's, I think, 8 rounds of Swiss with no top cut. I like top cuts. Top cuts are fun. But 8 rounds of Swiss is kind of long, so 8 rounds of Swiss plus a top cut would be kind of rough. I think I've made 3 changes to the main, and then the sideboard is, we'll see. So we found ourselves back at the venue after a short respite, and we're here for a 5K. I think the meta on this one is going to be a lot closer to what I was originally expecting, a little bit more similar to a traditional cash event, and probably what I'll be expecting for a CCS in just a short while. Now let's go in. Yeah, we're here pretty early. Got a little bit of extra time to prep, make deck list considerations, and then probably spend way too much money on cards that we don't need. The first round of the 5K? 5K. The first round of the 5K has concluded. We are a 1-0, 2-0 to Kazakhs. First time playing against Kazakhs, which is kind of surprising because we have a local Kazakhs player that I just haven't really played into. I have the opportunity, I just haven't. So I'm 1-0. The first game was kind of learning how to play the matchup. Conveniently for Kai'Sa, we can set 2 Forerunners on the battlefield and not care about most matchups. Turns out he had 3 Starcross and 2 Rebukes post board, which was kind of gnarly, but we took it home. There's a lot of awesome people that I've had the opportunity to meet. Chatted with Casanova, Priz, the Challenger TCG guys. Oh man, do I have a lot to update you guys on, and not. I have like 14 minutes to do so. So round 2, my opponent was Challenger TCG. His name was John. I don't know what his ID is. John from Challenger TCG on Pike. Very good player. Easily. So my favorite matchup back in Hartford was against Minwin on Master Yi. I didn't matter that I lost. It was just so much fun. And then I played against John from Challenger TCG. One of my Hartford opponents, Cameron Kamamoto, just won the 25 game. Top good. Well done for him. Huge congrats. Ezreal, I believe. At least he was then. Is there no sauce on the sandwich? Let's see if we can go get some mayonnaise. That's very dry. My match with John went to time in game 3, and I ended up taking it. And then I played a set, and I 2-0'd the set. Very respectful, very kind player. I accidentally flipped 2 cards when I drew it for turn, and he just let me put them both back on top and draw 1. So Very, very kind. Do y'all happen to have mayonnaise?
Yes, on the table, baby.
So my match with John was incredibly fun. I believe he took game 1. He flipped Aspirant's Climb game 1, which I think may have been a mistake. I think. My gut tells me it probably is. It was a 30-minute game. And then Ezreal, so Pike Control loves Aspirant's Climb and then hates Arena's Greatest. The Sprite Fountain was great in the matchup. Super good in the matchup because he doesn't want to get rid of it. And I got 2 points out of it. Because I managed to conquer with the Fluttering Probe, I had enough runes for Warp, which was awesome. And then my draws, game 3, were unbeatable. I played a Progress Day on Curve. He ripped my other Progress Day. I pulled all of the sideboard cards I was looking for. My next opponent that I ended up beating 2-0 was a set player. Very kind, very respectable player. We were both like keeping each other good. Like he almost didn't use a hidden card. I was like, no, you have a hidden card there, my friend. If he let everything resolve, he would have lost it. It would have gone to trash without being used. And because of how cool he was in game 1, I'm not gonna hold him to that in game 2. I was also so far ahead, and I think I was calculating 2 different options for lethal already. So I don't think I didn't mind in the long run. I have 8 minutes. I need to go ahead and eat, and I'll have some more fun playing Riptide. We had a good opportunity to play on stage right here against my opponent Kai. I got lucky and paired into Diana, which is the first Diana that I've seen the entire weekend. I don't remember if I've updated you after the Rek'Sai match, but I played a Rek'Sai. That didn't go great. I drew 1 spell game 1. And the game 1 for the Rek'Sai matchup is really important because it's really difficult to win going seconds on their Arena's Greatest game. It's possible if you draw a ton of spells to like slow them down, but the first game is super important. So my opponent was really cool, liked the guy. Unfortunately, I ended 3-1 after that round, and then in this round we are 4-1. So love to see it. We've played some really excellent opponents in this 5K. It's like the most competitive 5K that I've seen. I had a blast so far. The gameplay was fun. I went fast, and he just wasn't able to keep up. I don't know. There's just some really fun lines that I'm really looking forward to talking about with you guys. This is a great environment if you've not had an opportunity to play in a cash event. The space is awesome. The players are really chill. A lot of cool people to meet and talk to. All of your favorite players around here are very approachable. Like, do not be afraid to walk up to any of the players here and like chat about decks and nerd stuff. For X1 after 5 rounds, we have 2 rounds left. I think top 16 has some element of a payout, so we got to keep winning. We'll just keep winning and see where we end up. I'll catch you guys later. Not gonna lie, I am fried. I paired into a Yi for this most recent round. I think it was 6, the X1 bracket. A lot of really good players at that table. Had a good time, but man, I made so many mistakes. I think game 1 I made 3 mistakes in the first 3 turns. Choosing which two-up to play. Sequencing mistakes, just like so many. I had a plan, and I'm like, oh, pretty, and then did something totally different, and I can't understand what happened, and I won the game. I don't get how I won game 1. It doesn't make sense to me. The inconvenient thing about the deck is we have no way to discard. So Zone Warrens could be a fix, but at the same time, it probably helps our opponents way too much to justify putting that in over anything else. I'm a little concerned that Candlelit is giving our opponents too much advantage, so that is a thing. I think most games, Candlelit is fine or favored for us. Whoever is better at using it's going to have an advantage, but I'm starting to think that Candlelit might be not good enough as a going second battlefield to justify keeping. I think Voidgate is super favored for us in most matchups because who else uses Voidgate besides Kai'Sa? There's not a whole lot of damaging spells outside of our colors. There is some, for sure, but like blue and red just dominate the space. And I really like Bellows. Bellows on Voidgate is beautiful. That's one reason I won't go below 2 Bellows, because the Voidgate game is so good with it. And it gives us reasonable cards to consider siding out. Then games 2 and 3, the Watcher Bellows combo, for many matchups, is just super good. Candlelit, however, using going second and then being an optional swap to game 1 battlefield is kind of the current strategy. There's it might be flawed specifically because of going second. Right? If we don't draw a Ray, which is like a coin flip, if we happen to draw a Ray, it's actually super good. But using Arena Greatest going second, then Candlelit going first, super good. Like, it's actually really good. But I need to see Forerunner. If I don't see Forerunner, into the Mastery matchup. Yep. The plan was to dig. I couldn't. I didn't see very many cards that game. I got down to 2 cards when he had 7. The points were even. The board was in his favor. I was very concerned. Didn't draw cards that drew cards. I decided to put Void Seeker at the bottom of the deck because it's a pretty bad Defy target. Inconveniently, he didn't have a Defy in his hand, so it didn't really matter. And then I just draw more unusable units because I just really wanted to dig at a Forerunner. Dig a Forerunner, place it on the battlefield, slow down the game. My opponent used 3 Primal Strings. Huh? It was a very unique game. He actually didn't play Camel a single game. I think I've never lost to a Master E when they haven't seen a single Camel over the course of three games until now. And to a degree, we'll see where we go from here. Final update for gaming before we go get the foods and stuff. I ended 5-2. Pretty good. I don't remember the last update I gave. My brain is super fried. I don't know if I talked about surely I talked about the Master Yi. I think I did. After the final round of Swiss, 7 rounds, we were 5-2 with really good breakers. We ended 11th, which means we get this pretty playmat. I was supposed to get a different one, but I expressed that I really liked the look of this one, and the kind people of the day were like, got you. So I love this one. It has like a really, really cool Ripon logo. There's like other things that I don't know. I think there's like other like games stuff here, but I believe this was the mat that was given to the top 16 finishers of the 25K. So like super hype. I love the color. The texture is really good, but I had a good time. The last matchup was into another Pike. 2-0 into Pike today, unexpected. I don't think I've ever lost on Kaisa to Pike. I don't think it's happened. That's subject to change eventually for sure, but I don't think I've lost on the matchup. I do think that there's significant negative EV when a Pike uses Aspirant's Climb game 1 because they really need to pair it with our Arena's Greatest game, or just have really to have higher EV for them and be a lot flatter. If they don't, then the likelihood of us winning Aspirant's Climb game is low. The likelihood of us winning Arena's Greatest game, very high. But if we upset and take the Aspirant's Climb game, and which kind of happened, I upset the Aspirant's Climb game and then lost game 2, very close. And then the third game, I just took it. Yeah, he tapped out with a Mind Splitter on the field. I had 2 units in base. He couldn't draw the Falling Star. And because of that, I had 2 Falling Stars. I had 2 Falling Stars and 2 X-Tech Rays in hand. And because of that, I just ripped everything to kill the Mind Splitter and then the Hidden Pike, and then pushed both units, and that was game. So that's all she wrote for this event. We're going to go get some grub.